Sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, grab your snacks, and get ready to binge this episode of Nerd and Chill, where we break down everything happening in TV news.
Nerd.
I am so excited to be back. We're not going to talk about the fact that I haven't had a video in 3 months. We're not going to talk about it, okay? This season's gonna be a fun one. If you're here for a Boba Fett update, I don't have one. You can go check out every single episode of our Boba Fett recap live stream right there. There's a ton of episodes. Ryan's amazing and he has so many special guests and you're gonna love it. If you're looking for Boba Fett updates, they're there. Moving on to something more, I guess, aligned in the Star Wars universe. Oscar Isaac in the Moon Knight trailer that just dropped. Go check that out down below and let me know what you think of the trailer and where the MCU is going, because who would have thought we'd have a Star Wars alum of Oscar Isaac starring in the same universe as Harry Styles? Because that's happening now. Bridgerton season 2 is only a few short weeks away, and Netflix has done us the kind and caring thing of giving us a few little behind the scenes shots of what's to come, which you can see here. A lot's happening. All of your favorites are back, some new characters. I don't know if it's gonna break it again. Bridgerton did break the record for Netflix's most binge series, but I do hope we get a Barlow and Bear little number in there somewhere, just as a little fan service surprise. If you don't know what that is, they created an entire Bridgerton musical, which is nominated for a Grammy. Here's a clickbait story. Is How I Met Your Father secretly the Lizzie Mcquire reboot? I say yes, and I will tell you why. And this is a mountain I will die on. Starting out, let's dive into photo A and photo B. They're stills from both shows. Same outfit, same hairstyle, just slightly different color. Like, look at the shirts. Look at them. I mean, come on. After Disney axed the possible Lizzie McGuire reboot for being too mature, which is what we all wanted, because you can't have Lizzie McGuire being completely herself in an adult world if you can't have the show be mature and not sugarcoat anything she's going through, because the original Lizzie McGuire focused on all of the terrible prepubescent things that happen in middle school. You want that same energy but adult, and if you're not going to do that, then Disney, we just generally don't want it. Both series deal with a character that Hilary Duff plays, navigating their personal and love life in New York City as a young adult. Okay, same premise, like a lot of shows do that. There's not much to say about either of the shows right now because we didn't exactly know the plot of the Lizzie McGuire reboot, and we're only 2 episodes into the Hulu's How I Met Your Father. When Gordo pops up under a different name, I'm just gonna say I told you so now. Because, like, come on. I truly refuse to believe Hilary and the rest of the cast decided to, go quietly on this axing. Now, to also top all of this off, just look at this quote from Hilary herself about both shows. I don't think it's dead, and I don't think it's alive. I think it's just kind of sitting there. At first, I was like, no, thank you. And then one day I was like, yep, there's much love there. There's always struggle with something that's so loved and important to so many people. I just keep my heart and my mind open. I don't think that How I Met Your Father would have come about if Lizzie had happened. I don't know how else to say this is like secret incognito for the fact that How I Met Your Father is the Lizzie McGuire reboot under another name. They're like carbon copies of each other, just in a different font, which is exactly what Hulu is to Disney+. Hulu is the adult streaming platform compared to Disney+, and let me add, both are owned by Disney. Coincidence? I think not. With a new episode of Euphoria dropping tonight, which is going to be episode 3, this is just a quick reminder to check on your friends and to be cautious about what you're posting and sharing, because there are a lot of sensitive topics in the show that can trigger people. So this is just a very cautious, friendly reminder to please be wary of who you talk to the show about and what you post online. And on a happier note, the series finale of Arthur will show all of the characters grown up. I don't know about you, but Arthur was a giant part of my childhood. We love the 90s kids. So yeah, that's everything happening in TV news right now. I finally gave in, and I am finally watching Succession on HBO. And let me just say, I did my thing, I do my normal thing, I do my psycho thing, and I'm already almost done season 2 in 3 days. And I work a full-time job now. They don't shy away from any topics, which is what I always have loved about HBO. HBO just balls to the wall. I don't know if I can say that on this, but HBO gives no shit. They want to be real. They want to show real people, real life, with, of course, a TV dramatic twist. They don't shy away from the scary topics. have you heard about Euphoria or Big Little Lies? They get dark. Succession is not one that shies away from being dark, and it hooks you right from the beginning, because it's not like a typical show where it's like, oh, it's gonna build up to its inevitable plot for the season in the series. It gives it to you right away, and it's like, here's everything that's gonna happen, and within 10 minutes of the show, it completely turns everything you know on its head. And you're like, okay, I want to know more. Everything starts happening, it's chaotic. And it just keeps that fast-paced motion. It hasn't slowed down, it just keeps building up on that momentum and really drives the plot. The character development is insane. They don't give happy endings to these characters. They put them through crazy shit. They don't give them anything easy. Pun intended, nothing gets handed to these characters in this show. They think they have it, and it just gets slowly pried away from them until they realize their dad really is never on their side. And it's such a manipulative family. It's chaotic. I would highly suggest watching it. It's definitely a 4.5 out of 5 for me on the show rate. And if you guys have seen it or haven't seen it or anything, tell me about it down below. I love it and I want to talk about it. And no one else in nerd culture has seen it. So I just need to talk about it. It's so good. This is a spoiler for season 2, so if you haven't seen it at all, skip ahead a minute or two in this video. I'm only on halfway through season 2 right now, and I really just think Shiv needs to walk away from everything. She's not gonna get the business. She's just not. Her dad plays all of them. Like, please, I want good things to happen for Shiv. She doesn't deserve this. She was the one that stayed out of it. And then she got dragged in. That's my 2 thoughts on Succession. And hey, if you want to see more content like this and literally everything nerdy from everyone else, subscribe down below. Just hit that button, please. We are so close to getting monetized. That's it, Nerd Fam. If you guys have any other things you want to talk about down below, I will be there replying to comments. Make sure you're subscribed, like, comment. I just said comment twice because, you know, I really want to talk to you guys. And make sure you are following our Instagram for all updates on all of our playlists. And yeah, that's it for me this week. I'm alive. And we got a video done and recorded, so high five, internet. And I will see ya on the flip side.